So you're looking to get stronger, and I'm here telling you that you're going to be able to do that by the time you're done watching this video. Well, it's time, guys, for me to put my money where my mouth is and deliver on that promise. What's up, guys? Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. It's about time we get you stronger. And I mean literally stronger now within the next few minutes watching this video. Now, normally, anybody that watches my videos here on YouTube will tell you it's not about hype. It's about delivering real science and delivering things that work. This can be hypey, but it works. So, what are we going to do? We got to address something that is going to plague every workout and every single exercise you do. And that's why I say you can apply this to any exercise. Because undoubtedly, no matter what you're doing, I find that when I start working with guys, they have a lot of these energy leaks, right? And these are the places where you're not devoting all of your energy towards the exercise that you're trying to perform. You're actually keeping parts of your body a little too lax, a little too loose, that is detracting from your ability to perform the exercise. So what do I mean specifically? This is actually Jeff Cavalier artistry at its best here. This is the best it gets, guys. But hopefully you can at least determine what these movements are. This is a pull-up, this is a one-arm row, and this is a push-up. These areas in red are indicating where the leaks occur, okay? And I'm going to demonstrate each one of these exercises and show you how we can plug the leak and how we can make you instantly stronger, functionally a lot stronger, by plugging these leaks. The abs on a pull-up, the outside of the hips, okay, up through here, the quads, the calves. Okay, what do I mean by this? I mean that when you don't have any conscious tension in those muscles, you become loose. And we've talked about it before, how you can't fire a cannon from a canoe. I showed you how to do more pull-ups by activating the stabilizers in the shoulder blades and the shoulder girdle so we can lift more, pass more strength to the arms that we need to be able to execute a pull-up. Well, there's a lot of other areas too that need tightening, that need to stop these leaks. So what I'm going to show you how to do is engage the muscles in these three exercises so that you can learn how to start doing it here, but most importantly, take it to any single exercise that you do. All right? And then by doing this, you're going to keep the transfer of energy. You're not going to dissipate energy out through the core. You're not going to dissipate it out through the hips. You're not going to dissipate it out through the quads. You're not going to dissipate it out through the calves. It's going to stay inside, directed towards the goal at hand, which is to get you up on this bar. The same thing here to get this dumbbell up. The same thing here to get you down and up in a push-up without dissipation of these forces, right? The energy that you're generating out through all these leaks. All right, guys, let's start here at the pull-up. I talked to you a couple weeks ago about a way to increase your pull-ups by just doing something before the pull-up, activating your stabilizers. By activating the stabilizers, we're able to create a more stable platform to be able to then execute the strength from the upper body, which is the arms, mostly responsible, obviously, into the lats to doing the pull-up. But there's other areas, and I think this is a really important point. It doesn't matter what exercise you do, but on this one specifically, if you want to do more pull-ups, watch the difference. If I get up here, like most guys, and I go to do my pull-up, and I come up, okay, and I'm doing my pull-ups, subtly what you should notice is that there's a little swing going on. There's a little swing going on down here. Inevitably, as soon as we hang from something, we're going to get a little swing. And the position of my legs is that I have my feet crossed, my knees are bent, there's no real activation in the quads at all. I'm pretty loose down below. But here's the problem. As soon as you start to elicit a force or generate a force up top, which is to pull you up towards the bar, you're going to get that transfer. Remember, it's a kinetic chain, guys. It works from the ground up, and it also works from the top down. You get the force going through the kinetic chain, and it's going to dissipate. And it's going to dissipate at the places that aren't tense. Right? We talked about it before with the cannon and the canoe. If the cannon is in a canoe on the water, as soon as you shoot that thing, it generates a force, but because the water is forgiving, immobile, it takes a lot of the force away, right? The force doesn't all get generated that way. It gets kind of pushed and absorbed in a lot of the different directions. the same exact thing applies when we lift. If we're going to be directing our force straight up into this bar, we want to tighten up those weak spots. We want to get rid of the leaks. So a better way to do pull-ups, and this will be sort of tip number 2 on how to increase your pull-ups instantly, get your legs out in front and activate your quads. Okay, so this is activated. Feet apart a little bit, so I got the outside of my hips. Squeeze your butt a little bit together, so you've got your glutes as well. Okay, active. So the whole lower body is all engaged. Core, engage your core. Now, here, tight. I mean, I feel like I can lift way easier. I mean, easy. Okay, big difference by really contracting with it, because all that force is now staying tight within my own body so that I can generate it and push it up where I want it to go, which is here. It's not loose. Loose, I'm losing it. I'm losing it throughout the different areas I just told you about, okay? You can even point your toes down, get your calves engaged, okay? So that's the pull-up. Let me take you over to the one-arm row and show you how it applies there too. It doesn't really matter what the exercise, it's going to apply to everything you do. Okay, let's go to the one-arm row. You've got the concept now. Let's look at the leaks. Again, on my drawing, if you look at the leak, this arm is in contact with the ground. This back leg, what's going on with that? Do you have it loose? Most guys just kind of plant it down here. Or do you have it engaged? Engaged through the quad into the glute, okay? Low back, what are you doing with that? Is it sort of lazy, or do you have it engaged? And same thing in the mid back. If you're good, and you've got all those areas engaged, and of course the core as well, you come in here. I mean, the weight will just move much easier. Okay, so start tightening up the leaks, no matter what the exercise. I will show you one more though, the push-up. Again, lots of leaks on the push-up, and instantly you should be able to do more. Okay, same thing applies here, guys. In the push-up, the leaks. Again, in a push-up position, a lot of times it's the back, and it's how we position our legs. A lot of laziness going on down here at the legs, from the knees down. Actually, get your toes planted here. Pull your toes up, okay? Pull them up so you have an active engagement of the anterior tib on the front of your shin. Squeeze your butt, most of all. By squeezing that, you'll get your quads engaged as well. Co-contraction. And here, come down. It almost feels like you unweight half of your body weight, because everything is tensed up below. The top just seems like it moves effortlessly. Okay? The key is, strength is way more than what you think it is. Strength is not just about being able to push something that's heavier because you've gotten stronger by increasing the size of your muscles and so on and so forth. Strength is a lot to do with what's going on in here in your brain. So if you can co-contract a lot of the muscles around your body, direct all the force to the activity that you're trying to do, you'll neurally become much stronger, because you've got a much more efficient transfer of power from the brain to the contraction that is the effort that you're trying to accomplish here, which is, again, in the case of the push-up, the exercise of a pull-up or one-arm row, whatever it may be. You've got a better direction of force straight to, much more efficient to what the goal is in hand. So guys, try that. See what it's like to become instantly stronger. No hype, no BS, actual science at work here. Apply it to any exercise you have, and I guarantee you'll start lifting more on that, because you'll have a better connection. Guys, this is what we talk about, this is what we cover, this is what we do at ATHLEAN-X. If you haven't trained like this before, if you haven't felt what it's like to be stronger or more athletic and see better results, it's probably because you haven't been training the right way. So I invite you to come over and join me on Team Athlean. Head to ATHLEAN-X.com and grab our 90-day training program and see what it's like to start training, like we say, like an athlete. And most important, looking like one. All right, guys, make sure you leave your thumbs up here. Tell me some of the exercises you try this on that it helps you with, and leave a thumbs up if you liked it. And we'll be back here in just a couple days.